Hi everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings. Welcome to Memory Keeping Friday. I love on Fridays just sharing with you guys what I'm doing as far as memory keeping. And so just to give you a little bit of background, if you're new to my channel, I do 4 scrapbooks a year, 4 memory keeping books a year. I hate to use the word scrapbook because that sounds too difficult, and it's really not difficult. I use the project lifestyle, the pocketed scrapbooking, and then I do a family album, and then I do an album for each of my kids. So today I want to share with you guys Andrew's album. He just turned 3, and so my kids' album they go from their birthday to their birthday. So Andrew's birthday's in October, so his albums go from October to October. So for the first year of my kids' life, when I have them, I do a very intense book. Okay, so this was actually the last traditional scrapbook pages I really did. So the first part of his album is their traditional pages, and then I transition into project lifestyle, and I do a lot of documenting. So I do calendars, I do just tons of information, everything that they go through, all the changes, the doctor's appointments, the growing, the firsts, like I document all of that, okay? So that leaves a pretty big book. And then I also have in the very, I don't have his in here. In the very back of their books, I have a envelope that has all, their baby memorabilia. So that's what I do for their first year. So with Andrew, I skipped his second year. So I was just very overwhelmed with things that were going on, and I was homeschooling, and honestly, I just, not on purpose, but I just ended up skipping his second year. So when he turned 1, from his 1 year to 2 year, I did not do his own album. All the pictures, I still took pictures and I still documented our life, but all of those pictures are just in our album. And I just was really struggling, not only with just life and being busy with 3 kids and starting a business, but also with just, is it realistic to do 3 books? How am I going to do that? So after things calmed down a little bit, I decided to go ahead and do his, when he turned 2 to the time he was 3, to do a mini album, which is what I would usually do when he was from the time he turned 1 to the time he turned 2 is when I typically do a mini album for my kids. So Andrew just got a year that was skipped. So for his second, when he turned 2, I started the mini album. I use a Becky Higgins little mini album. It already has the pages in it. It kind of gave me a way to ease back into making sure I could keep up on everything, and it's been fine this last year. I really have found a good system. So the great thing about these albums are there's already the pages that are in here. That's what's in here. That's what you get to work with. So what I do is I just do I leave this blank. I usually put a big photo right here, an 8 by 10 photo, and then I cut it down. Then I do a title, kind of a title introduction, and then I do 1 spread or 2 spreads for each month. So you can see right here it just says these are photos before October of 2012. So I usually do a little spread of just photos that are kind of right around that time of his birthday, and then I jump into the month. So this is October of 2012. This is November. This is December. And then this is an extra page for December because obviously we're doing more. And then it just keeps going like that all the way through. So I wanted to share with you guys what I'm doing. So originally when I set his album up, I used the vintage travel kit. So I liked that kit because I felt like it was more, the tones were more for a boy and it would work really well. And I just set up his whole album, and then I've just been dropping photos in as we've gone by. When I get photos printed, I pull the ones out of Andrew and I stick them in his album. That's worked great. I only have a few spots that I need to fill photos for. So what I'm going to do now is, as his birthday has gotten here and he's turned 3, I realized, okay, now I'm ready to transition into a 12 by 12 album, which is what I do for my kids now. So they have their own 12 by 12 album. I do the same idea where it's just 1 spread per month, 1 or 2 spreads per month. And then it's in a 12 by 12 album, and then I get like 2 or 3 years in each album. And I just use dividers and I divide it up, and then it's very easy to keep up on it. It's very easy to get photos in and get it documented, and I don't struggle with it. So now Andrew will be going into a 12 by 12 album. I'm still just going to keep it a black album for him, so that way it's very neutral. It'll be easy. So what I found when I started going through this, I was like, I need to sit down. Around this time, I usually sit down, make sure I have all the photos, because there's a couple months where I'm missing photos. Like right here is March, and I'm missing a photo. So I need to go back and figure out what we were doing in March, grab an extra photo of him and stick it in there. So I'm getting ready to sit down and do that. And I realized I really didn't like this vintage travel kit in here. I just really don't feel like it really works for the feel that I want. It just feels too old to me. And so what I did is I just grabbed my midnight kit, and I always have a midnight kit laying around. It's a neutral kit. It is one of my favorite kits, so I just always have an extra kit laying around. You can see I've used some of this, but for the most part, this is my extra midnight kit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit down and I'm just gonna change out all his cards, and I'm going to use the midnight kit, and then I'm going to do all the journaling because I've not done any journaling. You can see I've just gotten photos in, and I have a card that says what month it was, and my memory's pretty good, so I can look at different things, and I'll be able to journal fine. So I'm going to sit down, I'm going to change out all the cards, I'm going to stamp all my months, and I'm going to do all my journaling, and I doubt I'll even do that much embellishing. I just want to get the months down, the journaling, and then the correct cards in here, and then I'm going to make a list of all of the photos I need because I'm printing more photos at the end of the month. So I'll come back as soon as I get the cards changed over and all the months stamped. I will come back and show you. All right, so I'm back, and all I've done is I just switched out all of the travel, vintage travel kit. I've just switched all of that out to the midnight kit. It was really simple. It didn't take me that long at all, actually. And I just kind of rotated between black, yellow, and then the gray, silver color kind of thing. So I have it all switched out, and then now I'm going to go back and make a list of photos I need. See, I need a photo for there, for September. October, I obviously need photos for. I have some coming. The other thing I did is we got him a train set for his birthday. We got him the Chuggington train set, and there's a whole bunch of different ones, and you can put them together and build them together, and we got him trains to go with it. And so what I did is this piece came in his train set. It was like a, you know, it was just like some extra stuff, and I cut it down and actually put it in his album. And then the train set also came with these little trading cards for each of his little trains that he got, and I stuck them in his album. And then I just put that as his last page, and then this will just be his birthday. So it ends with his birthday. So this is October photos other than his birthday. Then this is his birthday. And so these last two things will be his birthday. So I am going to do a little bit of embellishing, get some photos laid down, make that list, and get the rest of my photos in. And then I'll show you guys the rest of it. To share with you the last little bit of what I've done with Andrew's album. And you can see that I went through and I made a note of all the photos that I need, and I don't really need that many photos. There's not that many missing, so that's perfect. And then all I did is I just stamped the month. So I did that by using this stamp set, which was super easy. I love this stamp set. It has a great month, you know, days, not days of the month, but the months. And so it was super easy to stamp them. These stamps, when you get them from Stampin' Up, and they're photopolymer, they come like this on a sheet like this, and then sometimes there's multiple sheets like this. And so what I do, I haven't done it with this one yet because this is brand new, but what I do is I take them off that clear sheet and I just stick them right to my case, so then they're easier to use. So I just went through and I stamped all the months: February, March, April, May, June, all the way through. And so that's it. So now I'll just sit down and I'll do all the journaling, and I'll just do that one night. I'll grab the album and a pen and I'll just do the journaling. I'm not going to do any embellishing. I'll do a title page because I always do that, and then I'll get a large photo of him for the very front page. And then that's it. That's all I'll do. And then I'll have pictures printed at the end of the month to fill this. But then it's really done. It's simple. It's straightforward. I think that it will be perfect. Like, I think that it will be exactly just enough. I was going to do a little bit of embellishing, and then I decided not to. And I think that'll just be best because I don't have a lot of time. So to have this just wrapped up will be perfect. So as always, you can go to my website. I have a few photos of the layout that you can look at and check out, and you can do that by just clicking at the link right here. It'll take you to the coordinating blog post. So thanks guys for coming by and checking out Andrew's album. I appreciate you coming by and watching my video, and I will talk to you later.